It's your boy, Numinous Mate, back again, tapping back in with another message. Welcome back to the TRIB. Hope you all are staying positive, hope staying blessed, hope you all are vibrating high, not low. And if you feel like this message resonates, go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe. And if you feel inclined to tap in to hear these messages in the future, go ahead and hit that bell notification. Without further ado, let's get it. Today's topic is gonna be manifestation. You probably all know what manifestation is, but the one caveat that I will have for you guys today will be showing the similarities between manifestation, prayer dependent on religion, and other doctrines that we have in society today. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are already knowledgeable about what manifestation is, and it's simply the act of attracting things that we desire or prefer to have in our lives now or in the future. In the future might be short-term goals or long-term goals. Manifestation is based off the law of attraction. It's us constantly thinking, believing, and feeling the things that we prefer or desire to have in our lives constantly in our subconscious and in our conscious mind. And the way to keep this constant vibration or attraction is by us using various methods such as journaling or creating vision boards, to where we constantly picture or read the things that we desire in our lives, and by doing so we now train our conscious mind to keep or constantly attract these things even in our subconscious whenever we go to bed in our dream state. Manifestation, as I just said, is the act of attraction, right? Now, in religion, I will use Christianity as an example. Through prayer, we ask God for things that we desire in our lives. And by asking God for the wishes that we desire in our lives, we are effectively attracting or manifesting things into our lives. Now, if you're into spirituality and believing in the universe, by us manifesting, we're asking the universe to deliver certain things into our lives. Through religion, we are asking God. In both aspects, we have to relinquish the control that we have over when said things should occur in our lives. In religion, we don't pray to God and ask for good health tomorrow. Yes, we would like to have good health tomorrow if we have bad health, but we understand from a logical perspective, good health will come in due time by you taking the necessary steps and measures to get yourself out of that bad state and come out of it and live in this better state to where you're more healthy. But by us praying to God for good health, we don't do it by us forcing God's hand and telling him, yo, I want XYZ done by tomorrow. Nah, because at that point, that's your ego talking, first of all. Secondly, you're not God, so things are not just going to happen like that. You must also remember there's 7 billion people on this planet. All of us from different religions, all of us with different beliefs, but we're all praying or asking the same source, as I'd like to call it, or universe, to answer our prayers or our desires. But we have to understand and be cognizant of the fact that these things will happen in divine timing. And once you release control, once you relinquish control over when said things should occur in our life. Then once you release that control, sit back, because you now know that the universe, God, has heard your prayers or heard your wishes or desires. It's a matter of us now taking the necessary steps on our end to work towards those desires, because we can't just sit there and hope that things will just fall off the sky. No. And that's why when it comes to religion, when we talk about miracles, I personally have never understood why people make a big deal out of miracles. Miracles are not miracles. Miracles are basically our prayers being answered in divine timing. It's just that when such said thing occurred in your life, you decided to put a category around said prayer and acknowledge the fact that it was answered at the moment and called it a miracle. Now that's why people say they're big miracles or small miracles, or our prayers are just answered and we just don't realize that we actually achieved the things that we asked for. But just cause you were not sat there waiting and you were also putting in that work, you didn't even realize that you achieved what you wanted unless you wrote it down, or you have a vision board to where you can constantly look at it and be like, oh shit, I accomplished task A and I didn't even realize it. But since task C was bigger than task A, and when task C occurred, because you put task C on a higher pedestal than task A, when C came about, you decided to call that a miracle and classify that as a high or big miracle. But since A was small or insignificant but still happened, you neglected it. But your prayers, your desire was still answered because you were constantly attracting those things into your life. We have to always be cognizant of the fact that it occurs in divine timing, not your timing, divine timing. When things are meant to occur at the right time, at the right place. And if you relinquish any control and do your part and let the universe, because you have to maintain faith, irrespective of what religion or doctrine you believe in, you have to maintain faith that said things will occur in divine timing, and continue putting in your effort from your end. At the same time, we have to also accept the fact that not everything that we desire will manifest in our lives. But also, in order to always and constantly manifest good things in your life, you have to make sure that they're not only for your highest good, but for the highest good of others. Now, don't get me wrong. With everything in life, there's a good and there's a bad. With manifesting, which I wanted to correlate with witchcraft, because witchcraft is the act of people, or even not even people, me, you, everyone on this earth, doing rituals, doing prayers, doing spells. It's all synonyms at the end of the day, but we are all asking for certain things to be fulfilled in our lives. That's the magical aspect to it. That's the aspect of free will that every individual being on this earth has. So irrespective of what religion or doctrine you believe in, manifestation, aka prayers, aka witchcraft, aka magic, lies within every one of us. But we have to do it for our highest good and the highest good of others. When the two are not aligned, that's where delays occur. That's where we lose faith as individuals, and that's where karma comes into play. I will use witchcraft as an example. Now, we all know, we're not naive, that people do spell work, people do witchcraft on other people, that it may be for their highest good but not for the highest good of whoever they're doing that to, because they're constantly competing with this individual, and they believe that if they superimpose a spell on you, it will delay your outcome. And truth be told, it actually will, because another thing that I forgot to mention is manifestation works with both positive and negative things. So whatever your subconscious and your conscious mind focuses on. So this goes back to my previous videos where I was talking about shadow work and talking about change. If we do shadow work, then you are combating the darkest part of your soul. That means that you are now aware of the evil things that you're capable of doing, but also have decided to change to do things for your highest good and the highest good of others. Now, by you changing your subconscious, you resetting your subconscious, which in turn changes your conscious mind, we now begin to manifest things from a positive and from a high vibration. The moment you maintain a high vibration, you will always manifest things in your life. But the reason why people do not manifest things constantly in their lives is because they're manifesting from a low vibrational standpoint. Now, talk about all the things: hating on a person, gossiping on a person, lying on a person, slandering someone's name, these are low vibrational things. Cheating, third party karmics, all these things, they're low vibrational things that if you're trying to manifest from, chances are you're not going to manifest anything. And if you do, then they won't be to the highest magnitude that you wanted it to be at. Now, going back to witchcraft, if you're trying to superimpose something on someone else to stagnate that person, yes, you may delay the actions of that person for a while. But as you know, the laws of the universe with karma, what goes around comes around. You may have a temporary siphon on that person's energy where you may negate their high vibration for a while and use their high vibration and convert it to low vibrational, which you think is now high vibrational from your standpoint. But when karma, which I say is a judge, comes into play and tries to balance the scales, tries to make the equation equal, that's where things will turn around to where you will receive bad things or constant negative things that are occurring in your life, and then that spell work that you were doing on that individual will be reverted back to you 10 times over. So now whatever you had thought you had cast that person, it will come back to you, and they'll come back to you 10 times more. So be careful what you put out to the world, because energy is currency. Put out bad energy, you're gonna get bad energy back. Put out good energy, you're always gonna get good energy back. But also, don't always give out your good energy if you're not getting good energy back. Reserve that, because that's the only way you'll maintain your high vibration and always attract the things that you want. Because at that point, if you're always giving out your good energy to other people and people are not giving it back to you, that means you're not going to be getting what you deserve. You're not going to be getting what you want to manifest. You're not going to be getting things that you actually want to manifest in your life the way you want them to happen, because you're just giving, and people are taking and not giving it back to you. It's not a balanced equation. So there always has to be balance in life. So with that being said, we all have a little magic in our lives. We are all wizards, we are all warlocks, we are all witches, we are all practitioners We are all divine beings. We are all religious people. But by the fact that we attract things into our lives through manifestation, through magic, as long as it's for the highest good of yourself and the highest good of others, best believe you'll always get what you want, especially if you're doing it from a high vibrational standpoint. So with that being said, you are magical. And that brings us to the end of the video. La Positiva. Peace.